Jose, first of all, how hungry are you after roughly 6 months out of management? How hungry are you to get going properly?
I'm desperate. Yeah. I like the work I'm doing. The office, organizing things. I like that work. But anything has a limit, and I reached the limit. I want to train. I want to be on the pitch, and in spite of many players are not here to start the pre-season, I have a group that is waiting for me on Thursday, and they will feel my passion. They will feel that I need it. I need it to breathe.
Of course, you were officially unveiled today, but it's been pretty much 6 weeks really since you were announced. Have you enjoyed that time? What has been your impression of the club, the training complex, of the people you've met?
What I felt immediately is that the people loves the club. I was previously in other clubs, and I was lucky enough to be in good clubs, in big clubs, but I wouldn't feel that passion. To be fair, to be honest, I found even great professionals in different areas, but people that they were even fans of other clubs. Man United, I felt immediately that there is a huge passion for the club. You go into the training ground, you see people that loves to be nice and loves to be ready to show that they are ready to work for you. And they are very proud to say immediately the name and the number of years they are working in the club. And it's amazing, because comes one lady, I'm here for 23 years. Comes one guy, I'm here for 27. Comes one guy, I'm here for 18. Big connection, big emotional connection to the club. And I think the clubs are made by these people. It's about the fans, it's about these humble people that works in the club and makes you feel so. If any player that arrives at the training ground, they have the same feeling as I had, I think is an amazing situation, really.
Talking of players, you've already been busy in the transfer market. Can I just ask you about a couple of them? Eric Bailly, who a lot of fans might not know a huge amount about. I wonder if you could just tell us about the qualities that you see in him, for starters.
I could compare him with some players that I have previously, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it because obviously the other boys, they play for other clubs. But he's a player that we believe that has all the attributes. He's very strong. He's very strong physically. He's very fast, and it's not so easy to find a fast player when you are quite a big body, a heavy guy, a tall boy. He's really fast. He comes from a Spanish culture where the first building up phases are important, so technically he's very good. In some periods he played as a right back, and because he played as a right back, the right back position demands more by the attacking point of view, so it was good for a central defender to play some periods as a right back. And my only question mark in this moment is a question mark I have to help him to delete it, which is a question mark of somebody that never played for such a big club with so many responsibilities, with so many expectations. So is Eric ready to come here and start performing day one? I don't know. It's a question mark. My job is to delete the question mark as soon as possible and to make him a player with status and brain and personality to play for Man U.
You probably don't have those question marks about Ibrahimovic, who we spoke to on Friday, who was really looking forward to working under you again. Are you looking forward to working with one of the greats again?
Yeah, absolutely. And let me start by one point, which is 34 is his age, plus 18 Marcus Rashford age. 34 plus 18 divided by 2 is the perfect age for a football player. So our two strikers, they are exactly in the perfect age, because 18 is not the perfect age, 34 is not, but they are. So I think they can be an amazing complement for each other with their qualities. A part of that, Zlatan is Zlatan. He wins year after year. His goal record is absolutely amazing. His passion for the game is incredible, and is only possible for his passion and his ambition. A man of his age with his CV to make at this stage of his career the decision to come for the biggest challenge of his career, which is the biggest club he ever played for, and the most difficult competition he has ever played for. So he's an amazing player, and I think this is a beautiful thing when you coach a player and a few years later you have him again. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, because it means that the relation was fantastic by the personal point of view. The professional relation was great too. So a few years later we are back together, and I'm so happy with that, because I know what he can bring to us.
Are you hoping to bring the excitement back to Old Trafford? Because you've been in charge of clubs, you've scored 100 goals in a season.
Under 21.
That even better. A lot of fans getting in touch with MUTV have been disappointed with the style of play in the last couple of years. Are you hoping that the excitement will be back at Old Trafford this season?
I hope so. I hope so. You know, again, the style of play, the players, they have a huge contribution for that. I think one of my characteristics as a manager was exactly to adapt to what I have in hands. I am sure even losing, I'm sure that Man United fans will remember some of my teams that play here and won here. Chelsea 2004, 5, 6, Real Madrid when we came here in the Champions League. So I think I feel that is one of my strengths, is exactly to adapt to the players I have. I don't defend that a manager should have a style of play. A manager should be open to adapt and to create a style adapted to the reality. And what we are trying to do is to bring the players to play with a certain style. So yes, we want to play different than the last season. Mr. Van Gaal, absolutely top manager. His philosophy is very clear. My philosophy is different. It's not better, it's different. And my football is different. I'm more vertical, I'm more intense. I like the ball possession, has a way to create a chance to be vertical. I don't like the ball possession, has a way to just to keep statistically possession of the ball, and be afraid to play a game with transitions. Transitions will always come during the game. I'm not afraid to lose the ball. I'm not afraid of risk. But I have one characteristic that, for example, this Euro is proving that I am right. By the defensive point of view, in this moment, everybody is trying to defend better. The lines are much more compact. The central area is much more occupied. You give space to opponents in the sides, not in the central area. You compact lines in a short period of space. And these are characteristics that, in my point of view, are very, very important in a team. And defend well is very, very important. So in the press conference I was saying that I hope that in some last minutes of the game the fans will be behind us, because we are chasing a result. But I also want that sometimes we are winning, we are under pressure, and we have to fight to keep a result. And I also want the fans to be behind us. So a football team is everything. Is every moment of the game, is every principle, is every sub-principle that you have to work. And I work a lot to have my team prepared for every possible situation.
Could I just finally ask you about how important pre-season is for you? I know you've got China. I think you've got a game coming up at Wigan before that.
Yeah.
How important is it? Because there are a number of fixtures in the calendar. Do you see that as important ahead of the season?
They are important, but they are not important to win. They are important for different reasons. For example, the first game against Wigan is very important because I'm going to have some players that I don't know very well. I'm bringing to the first team kids like Tyrell, kids like Axel Tuanzebe. I don't know them well. I just trust Nicky Butt and Murtha and the structured judgment. Obviously, I'm going to work closely with them. I have to trust them. So when they say me that we have a few players that in a couple of years they can be first team players, I have to work with them. I have to give them the chance to work with the first team, to know me, to feel, to accelerate their process, because their process will be in the academy, but I can accelerate their process. So let's go for it. It's not important to win. It's important to know them and to give them an opportunity to work. Then we go to China. I think it's more important for the Asian fans than for ourselves. Again, I'm taking the English boys that I was not expecting them to come. Unfortunately, they are coming. I take them, but I'm not going to play them. So what is more important? Important is to work, is to be together, is to know each other, is to live together 24 hours every day during a week. And finally, when we come back from China is when the other people is waiting for us. And we are going to be together just 10, 12 days before the Charity Shield, 15, 17 days before the first game against Bournemouth. And it's a difficult situation, especially for a new manager, but we can't run away from it. This is what we have, and we have to try to do the best we can. But the reality is that I will have to try to short some process. The process will take obviously weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and sometimes years and years. We have always a chance to improve, but I'm going to try in these 2 weeks that we are going to be all together to try to give the team, I don't say the dynamica, because the dynamica need more time, but the principles. And my principles are quite objective, and I understand that for the players will be not a drama to understand them and to try to give me what I want.